If you're wondering whether a steamer you should buy a garment steamer or a clothes iron, this video will break down the pros and cons of each as well as which items should and shouldn't be steamed. We're talking here about the handheld type of steamer which usually doesn't physically touch the garment versus a normal clothing iron which also produces steam but has to be placed on top of the garment to iron it flat. Garment steamer vs irons. You may want to skip to which fabrics can't be steamed or ironed as it could be a deal breaker, no matter your preference. Steam production. A modern iron can produce massive steam bursts and can also be used for vertical steaming. You might even be thinking that you could use an iron as a two-in-one solution. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Irons are much heavier than steamers, so vertical steaming can be exhausting, and you won't get nearly as much continuous steam production as with a standing clothes steamer, which can go for up to 90 minutes in some cases. Complex fabric shapes. Ironing works better on large, flat surfaces while steaming is better for curved surfaces like the shoulders of a suit jacket or pleated fabric. Sleeves are also tricky to iron and might require a sleeve board or tailor's ham. Wedding dresses are usually a nightmare to iron. A steamer can simply hover around the odd shapes of the garment without introducing unwanted creases. 3. Getting rid of wrinkles. Because an iron flans the fibers and straightens them out, they're much more effective at getting rid of wrinkles. This becomes even more apparent with heavier fabrics like linen and denim. See how to get rid of stubborn wrinkles with an iron. Steamers simply loosen and relax the fibers so wrinkles will sometimes still be visible unless you're working with lighter fabrics. For example, you couldn't really get away with not ironing a men's cotton dress shirt, but a lighter silk blouse will be fine. The iron sole plate also has a tapered point that can be maneuvered around buns and over collars to produce perfectly crisp, wrinkle-free results. Risk of damage. Because the hot sole plate makes direct contact with the fabric, there's a much higher chance that it burns the fabric or leaves shine marks. C is ironing bad for clothes and how to avoid ironing shine. Steaming is therefore much safer, often the only permissible way to remove wrinkles from more delicate items. Ironing creases. Trousers and other similar clothing will often require you to iron in a crease. This is only possible with an iron. Ease of use. Steamers are definitely much lighter and easier to operate. They're great for seniors and even occasionally college students. There's less setup and less filling of water tanks too. You'll just have to decide if they're effective enough for you. Speed and convenience. Irons and steamers take about a minute each to warm up. The main difference is that irons remove wrinkles much faster due to their direct contact with the fabric. Setting up the ironing board slows it back down though. If you're working with very large laundry loads and uncomplicated clothing, ironing wins hands down. Need for ironing boards. If you're ironing, you need some sort of heat-resistant surface to work on. There are ironing blankets that you can lay over a dining table, but you'll still need the space and the setup. Either way, you'll have an extra expense as well as extra things to store when not in use. On the other hand, steamers need only a sturdy hanger to drape the item over while steaming. Some things like curtains or drapes can be steamed right there where they hang. Storage. Handheld steamers take up less storage space than a kettle or a blender, while standing steamers are more similar to vacuum cleaners and will need quite a bit of cupboard space. Irons are relatively small, but you have to also consider the ironing board. There are space-saving solutions like over-the-door ironing boards available. Price. Portable handheld steamers start at around $30, while more professional standing units can easily reach $100. Cheaper irons also start at $30, but higher-end models can go up to $180. Ironing stations, also known as steam generators, can reach many hundreds of dollars, but will sometimes include a steamer accessory as well. Focus on your needs rather than the price, to avoid wasting money on the wrong device. We are almost wrapping up. These are the common differences between these two. Hope you like this video. Please comment, share, and subscribe to this channel for more videos.